We're in the sewers and it's a bad time.
You gotta say how it's a bad time. It's not like that bad of a time.
I don't have to say it. I can just zoom in on it on the stream. Is right down here. That's why it's a bad time. These fuckers. We got Brain Dog and Mind Flayer. And who knows what's behind door number 2. That they are desperately trying to board up.
I mean, you guys have had nothing but wins so far, so it hasn't been that bad of a time.
No, but it's about to be.
And it's a really bad time for the guy that we came down here to save, but we're about to just say, you know what? Sorry, you're a dead man. Because he's getting beat up by an orc in front of the reason why it's a bad time.
Alright. So, I guess that is kind of all that happened last session.
We knocked some people out, we walked through nasty water, and then we discovered it was a bad time.
Yeah. It's a bad time. Even the bad guys are having a bad time. As you can see, the ones that are a mere foot away from Leto and 13.
Who are emphatically trying to keep Farah and Nice and Mr. Fancy Pants, I forget his name, from going over to the bad time.
Okay. Yeah, we left off. Sorry, go ahead.
I think we can both agree that we're not going further down. Right, 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys peeked around the corner. You saw this. You both turned. Pharaoh was ready to join you guys. You're like, stop, abort mission.
See Pharaoh, like, 1 foot up, starting to walk. Sees you guys just, like, airplane arms. No. It's just, like, frozen in place. Just, like, you see your, like, tail twitch behind her. Like, what am I supposed to do now?
Alright. So, Leto and 13. Right after you give Pharaoh the signal to not lead you all to your deaths, you peek back down, and you see the same scene. It's a pretty similar sight to what you saw before. You see, presumably, Floon laying on the ground in the center of the room, a half-orc just, like, standing over him, just, like, yelling at him, and you're concentrating now, and it sounds like the half-orc is interrogating Floon, but getting increasingly frustrated. Either of you can roll an insight if you'd like.
Sure. Let me open up D&D Beyond, because I didn't do that.
It's the turn, Iris's turn today. If you don't have everything open, it doesn't count as being here, Iris. Usually it's Joe we're fussing at. It's Iris's turn.
You said insight?
Yeah, if you'd like. You don't have to if you don't give a shit.
Well,
you don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
You're like, 13, just like, damn, he doesn't look happy. Leto, you're just like, damn, he doesn't look happy. In fact, the way that he's, like, shaking over Floon, who looks like he's on his last fucking legs. Like, man's fucking bruised, bloody, got, like, a bloody lip. He's got, like, a burn mark on his fucking torso. You see that this guy gives the same vibe as, let's say, an assistant manager in front of the owner of the company. Trying to do a good job, but realizes, oh, their delivery that they ordered that's really important is the wrong one. And you see that the very, very interesting, very friendly creature sitting on a throne, petting a brain on its lap, just looks very unimpressed. and it holds up a finger, and it points to the left. To his left, to our left, actually. His. Westward. Points westward.
There we go.
And you see that the half-orc kind of takes Floon and tosses him. Roll me a d3. One of you. Please ignore Mr. Amy. Oh my god. Okay. Thank you, Iris.
Amy's about to beat some shit.
Oh my
yeah.
god. Stop. I'll be right back.
Amy's gonna whip Mr. Amy's ass.
Fucking get out there to yell at him. Motherfucker's just giggling. He knows what he's fucking doing. Anyway, thank you. You got a 2. Okay, so you see that the half-orc essentially picks him up by his, like, collar, dragging him, and throws him into this room. Boop. Boop. You presume there's a room there. But throws him in that direction before the, for lack of a better term, Flayer of Minds walks slowly from the podium and walks to the left, Pet following behind him. And the half-orc just takes a deep breath, fucking fixes his clothing, and follows after. You hear the footsteps, so you don't know where they are because you can't see them, but they're not that far. And that's what you guys saw right after you got Farah to leave. To not leave, to not join you. So, and you guys can see that the two next to you are very, well, let me roll. They are very, very preoccupied with the door. They don't hear shit. They don't see any of you. They are none the wiser. You are confident in your ability that they can't see shit. On a scale of 1 to 20, they are at a 1 on the perceptiveness scale.
Wow. Do you want to do a solo mission and get him real quick? I don't think the whole crew going down would be good. If we can just get him and get out.
I don't know how I would get him. I can't lift him.
You can open the door, can't you?
Try. I guess I will sneak down there. I will try to sneak down there, say.
I'd do it myself, but I don't think that'd be a good plan.
I am standing on this square. I just put myself here for the sake of pasta.
Yeah. Again. Farah, yeah, Farah, nice. Also, Rose is going to be in the room with Farah and Nice if you want to plop yourself there.
Of course.
None of you know what's fucking going on. In fact, before we get into whatever the fuck 13 and Led are about to attempt, Nice, you're standing towards the back, right?
Oh, wait,
Mm-hmm.
No, you're with
Nope,
Farah.
you're not over there.
oh, I am. Okay, I was right. I was correct. Okay.
Yeah. Nice, you're in the back, right?
Uh-huh.
You hear footsteps.
Okay.
Okay. And Cody,
Yes.
I will say that all of the sewage water you see are 3 inches deep. There's a doorway over here. There's a sleeping goblin over here that's tied up, knocked out, with a scent trail. You know where it leads. Would you like to introduce how your character comes in? walking across this very precarious plank of wood to get to where you know the source of the scent is.
So on all fours, Mutt would be running around the corner, and it would around the corner then would be what looks like just a human adolescent boy, kind of frail, tan, fairly short, but definitely running on all fours when not actively in the sewage water.
Did you run across all floors on the 1 foot wide plank?
Yeah, probably fairly well.
Awesome.
Feyre just hears footsteps and turns around, like a rapier out in hand now.
Yeah. Plays your character coming in. Nice. You see this coming in on all fucking fours. Across the plank of wood like it's nothing.
I do not have a journal.
Oh shit, I forgot to give you one. I made one for you, but at the time you did not. You were not in the roll 20. I shall put it now. Boop.
I will update it really quickly.
Boop.
Does Nice see Mutt coming?
She'd hear him, and then she can peek over her shoulder and see him running on all fours down the hallway.
Oh my gosh. She like she had daggers out and she's like, and she puts one of them back and then uses a finger in front of her mouth and she looks at him and goes, shh.
Yeah. Rose there, you see this person come running in. Sorry, good.
Hello? Mutt will look at them and then kind of hide behind Nice a little bit, and also remove the scarf from his mouth and hand it to Nice.
Oh, she'll like scruff up his hair a little bit and be like, there's something going on over here. I'm not really sure. Look at you. You're so awesome. You come all this way to find me. Okay, shh. She'll look back at everybody and be like, this is my brother, Mutt. He is the bestest boy. He's with me.
Wait. Brother?
What?
Yeah. I'll make it weird.
That many things going on that are already weird.
Yeah, he's totally capable and amazing.
And how did your brother randomly find us?
He's really good. Like, she holds up the scarf and like, he's really good at tracking. Exceptionally well.
You see Feyre, like, the hand that is not on the rapier is, like, pointing at you, and she does not say anything, and you just see, like, her mouthing the word snake, and then pointing at Mutt, and mouthing the word dog, and then looking at Gil on her shoulder. Very confused.
Gil is a bird, right?
Yes, Gil is a bird.
Mutt would, in response to this, point at the bird and say, bird.
Maybe I don't need to be going in water deep no more. I need to find a different protocol next year. She just puts the rapier back away, turns back around. Still
Nice
muttering
points.
about weird ass water.
Yeah.
Nice points at the bird, Gil, points at Feyre, and points at Rose. And then never-ending story man. I can't remember his name. Rainier.
Also, I'll say that Leto in 13, you just see Feyre look alarmed and then confused.
She turns back around as soon as she can catch the eye of one of you. She just like throws her arms like open in this like what gesture because she can't talk to them. She still doesn't know what's going on. There's apparently weirdness either direction. She needs to know where she needs to go. She has one skill set.
If you want to help them across, or do you want to sneak?
Oh.
Me?
Joe.
I mean, 13 was gonna have run across because he's small,
Okay.
and
Well,
for the
also-
sake of his sanity, he will not see the dog.
The dog's around the corner. All you can see is
Yeah.
Pharaoh and then past Pharaoh Rose.
Perfect.
If you like tilt a bit. I will say though that the two next to you are like both arguing with each other, and they found a bucket somehow. It looks like they're shoveling some sort of like liquid into it. The two are so preoccupied. Like full transparency, Leto could get back very easily. Like that's how easy it is, because guess who both rolled snake eyes?
Wow.
Yeah.
My thoughts would be just try and get the prisoner that's in this room and run, if we can. And I don't know if having the full crew over here would be smart for that. But that's just my idea. But I have a feeling we're supposed to encounter what the fuck's over here.
Uh,
But I say we try and not.
yeah, I mean that sounds good. Can I
Take the body and run?
can I cut and run?
To where?
Uh, let's see.
To there?
That's a door. That's a door. Chair. So I'll go to this door.
And that's the one they took him into the last time we saw.
Yeah.
Alright. So first let me reveal the area, since you'd be able to see everything. Yeah, I'm just gonna make this easy on myself. Boop.
Nice.
So technically you won't be able to see this one, but I don't give a shit. I make the
That's
rules
fine.
here.
That's right.
See that there's no doors, there's only like pathways. So there's no like physical doors. So 13, you run in and you just see a beat up red-haired man just slouched against the wall, laying on like a pile of hay, cobwebs, random fucking bullshit that appears on the floor that just gets swept into the corner because goblins run this place.
Mm-hmm.
Just slumped around the floor. He does not look very good, but you'd also be able to see polygon reveal. Boop, 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 boop. This is the situation. It's because you're small. I'd want you to roll a stealth with advantage because you're small, and I know that you're like taking precaution because you know what's around the corner.
Mm-hmm. Stealth.
Yeah, you're
Nice.
good. Black as the night, fur melting into the shadows. A black cat that, even if they saw you, they just think, oh, a cat, not realizing that this is their fucking hideout and a cat's not supposed to be here.
Did you say this whether or not this dude was conscious?
He is conscious.
Kind of fading in and out.
Yeah, he's fading in and out.
Okay.
He slumped against the floor. He is like 6 feet tall. He is the more muscular build. He's beef. He's like fucking oofed, beat up. A cat cannot carry him.
Yeah.
You can offer him emotional support though, if you'd like.
I can't do that. So, what
Is not within his skill set.
what 13 will do? 13 is going to pull out his little magic wand, and he's going to wave it and make his water skin appear. And then he'll put his wand back. And he's going to take the water skin. I don't know how much is in it. I assume he's got a little bit of sips because he doesn't drink a lot. But he will scurry over with the water skin, which this is a normal sized water skin. He has to hide it in the wand because he can't carry it. But he will hustle over, and then this dude's like slumped on the ground, tipped over.
He's like on the ground, like ass is on the ground. Upper part of his back and head are propped up against the wall, as if someone just kind of threw him there, and that's where he landed.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna like just get a quick climb up the middle of his torso with cat claw, and I have the water skin like held between my teeth, and I get close enough to his face that I can shove the water skin into his mouth, but I'm gonna poke him with it first to try and wake him up. Just kind of poke him in the nose.
He like groans in pain, but like his eyes flutter open. What?
Put my hand over his mouth.
Cat. Just like muffled like cat.
I hold up a finger over my lips and I just tell him, and I'm like doing the quiet gesture, and I'm just like
slow blinks as like he's looking at this cat wearing clothes and shushing him while like muffling his mouth with his other paw. He's just like, he doesn't make noise, but you see like he's so confused.
I am going to hold up my water skin with my other paw, and I'm going to hand it to him. And then I'll carefully like reverse crawl back down so that I'm on the ground. Give him some breathing room.
He'll take the water skin. He like drinks from it. He like coughs a bit, but he's quick to like stifle it down and like looking past you.
He coughs, and then it like 13 whirls around and just like glares at him. But he stifles it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
For now.
For now. Yeah, he'll drink it, and then he'll drain it. I'm gonna be honest with you. You got no water left. You're gonna have to refill that shit later. But he fucking drains it, and he'll just like awkwardly just like hand it back to you. A cat.
I'm gonna take it and very gently put it on the ground in front of me. Pull out a magic wand and then make it disappear. And then I'll put the magic wand in my little pouch.
He like eyes wide, like taken aback, just like, what the fuck?
13 is, I imagine, like poking his head around, like looking in the direction he knows the baddies went. And then he turns back and sees the dude like freaking out. And then he just gives like 2 little soft claps of his paws, and he's just like, freak out later. Turns around.
He nods.
Those few over there, they're not. Is there like a commotion? Can I tell what they're doing, or are they just over there mucking around?
The ones on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're talking. You see that the Mind Flayer they're facing each other, essentially. So the brain dog is just taking a nap, honestly, at the mind flayer's feet, and they're both talking. Does 13 care to hear what they're talking about?
Only if yes, but only so much. Like, are they talking about like what they're doing or where they're going to go? Anything like that?
Yes.
Did they mention what okay, what are they saying? What else can I make out?
Okay, so 13, you're pretty fucking close. You can make out. I'm not gonna roleplay this. I don't have the brain energy tonight. But essentially, the mind flayer is berating the half orc about how your forces brought the wrong person, essentially. Like, you should be ashamed. This is like a fucking mockery of this whole fucking thing. But thankfully, they retrieved one of the eyes. And the mind flayer is going to be taking the eye that they have back to Xanathar. And essentially telling the fucking half orc that one slip up and you're out. Like, sleep with the fishes out. That conversation, essentially, there's a lot of like pleading and it's never going to happen again. I'll tighten down on my forces and all that kind of shit. So this conversation essentially takes 5 minutes. I just summed it up. We're like halfway through the conversation. So 13 would essentially hear that, like, get the gist of like, okay, we have one of the eyes. Mind Flayer is going to be taking it back to Xanathar. Got the wrong dude. You fucked up. Essentially, there's a lot more nuance to it and a lot more psychic damage that this guy is hearing from being berated so much.
Gotcha.
But that's essentially the conversation.
Okay.
Oh, and mentioned taking care of this fucking spare after he leaves. Disposing of the spare.
The spare. Gotcha. Okay.
Shut up.
Hello.
Then, that in mind, okay. That in mind, 13 is going to turn around and, like, motion the dude over. Is he able to stand and walk on his own? Does he need help?
He'll
say
try,
no.
but you'll say that he'll try to like stand up, but as soon as he puts pressure on one of his legs, you just see him just bite his lip until it bleeds before he like lowers himself back to the ground and shakes his head.
Yeah. Can I see Leto from where I'm standing?
Did
If I
Leto
peer
stay
around
there?
the corner?
Because he's looking for a letter from Hufflepuff. Yeah, not one.
Iris?
It's on the...
I think Iris is away.
Oh.
Sounds like Iris is doing something.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Did Leto stay there or did Leto walk back to the group? Because like I said, the two next to you are such not a danger to being spotted by.
Oh, no, he's staying in between, like, keeping an eye over here. I feel like he actually would have stepped back since this is clear, for the most part.
Yeah,
But
it is clear.
But yeah, he's keeping an eye between the two groups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Leto's still there.
So I see Leto.
Mhm.
Where is Punch?
I'm going to, like, try to wave down Leto. Like, wave my arm. Try to get his attention. If he'll see. Please. Please see. I am a small cat, but so I imagine it's probably
Yeah.
quite difficult to flail
Like-
around enough in the dark so that you can see.
Trust me, Leto probably sees it.
Yeah.
Let's be real here.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? He's the Inquisitive. That's what that means. See everything. What are you trying to say?
He like waves and will gesture towards the dude behind him, like to say like fucking in like a frustrated, like impatient kind of gesture.
I will say that all y'all know thieves can't, and I am being liberal with hand signals.
Oh, you're right. So
Hmm.
with Thieves Can't, he would try to sign to you like can't walk. Nothing?
Damn, Leto's cold-hearted.
Sorry, I'm being pulled different ways. Yeah,
Oh, it's
he.
good.
I gotta be right back.
Okie doke.
So he can't put any weight on it at all?
He can. He just needs help. Like, as in a medium or larger creature to help him shoulder his weight. I'm sorry, you wanted to play a tiny cat.
No, that's fair. I'm just
Man's
trying to figure out
fucked up.
what to do. Because I don't think I really have a choice other than to recruit Leto, because I don't think anyone else will be near enough or strong enough.
There's no strength requirement, it is a size requirement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's not like a strength check to help this, because he wants to get the fuck out of Dodge too.
Mm-hmm.
He just needs, like, his arm thrown over someone's shoulder.
Gotcha.
So he's not putting
Yeah.
100% of his weight on his leg when he's moving.
Yeah, exactly.
Then what I will do in the meantime is I want to have 13. How well lit is this area?
It's not like dark. It's not dark at all, actually. There's like a couple of like shadows in the corners and shit, as you know, usual places are. It's not like well lit. It's what you would assume a bad guy lair to look like. It's not dark, but there's a couple of shadows in the corners if you look for them.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to make this work, but I want
I'm
to
back.
have 13 sneak over here, like right about here. And
Okay.
before he does, if that requires, before he
No,
does that, he'll guide
good.
himself. Oh, okay. But he's gonna sneak over there, and how much is there a lot of light coming through this area? Like if I were to, because what I want to do is take my, my bag of ball bearings, the last one that I have, and then spill it over these two squares.
Ooh. How much area do ball bearings cover?
I think it's a 10-foot square. Oh, I have 2 bags. Give me the info. As an action, let's see. Balls from the square, 10 feet on each side. Perfect. So I will take the one bag and I want to cover this area, provided it's not gonna be like a bunch of shiny, glittery metal balls that are incredibly easy to see.
I mean, it's ball bearings, so it is a bunch of shiny little balls, but I imagine that through the situation, 13 is not going to be turning the bag upside down, a foot off the ground.
True.
Yeah, I imagine he's going to be stealthy about it and just like have the bag on the ground open and just slide the ball bearings out to cover the area.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want him to just dump it out on the ground.
No, I wanna have him very, very quietly and stealthily just slide as many ball bearings out as he can to
Okay.
hopefully create some fuss.
All right. So you can do that, but I want you to make me a perception check.
Make
Actually,
a
Leto can too, because Leto sees all that is within his sights.
is perception. Nice. Rolo,
Okay.
I have to get up. I'm sorry.
So roll or passive? I'm fine either way.
Your choice.
Wow.
Big
Alright.
sad.
I told you it was your choice.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll say that Leto, you are so focused on the people next to you and keeping an eye out to make sure that you see 13 pull out the ball bearings right where you know the bad guys just fucking went. And your eyes are just trained on that for any movement coming from that room at all. But 13, after you slide all these ball bearings covering this whole, like, these squares, which let me. Boop. The square.
Yeah.
You noticed this throne right here, this throne made of pure stone,
Mm-hmm.
is chiseled and carved and textured, right? It's got like eyeball markings, but it's also got like tentacle carvings onto it too. And you notice just tucked right behind it, you see the edge of a wooden chest. Just tucked behind the throne.
No.
Mm.
Oh no.
How can I tell? All right. I've got the ball bearings.
Mm-hmm.
They're in place. I'm gonna at least get Leto over here so that he can help this fucking dude. So I'm gonna go back and signal to Leto in Thieves' Cant, like literally just get over here.
Get over here.
Okay. And Leto will relay to Farah, be right back.
I thought you were about to say, Feyre, get over there.
Feyre's just like turning one direction and then the other, just like, I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. It's like trapped in the middle of two very confusing situations.
Oh. I'll also relay, be ready to run or fight. But yeah.
First.
Yeah.
Run or fight as you disappear around a corner. And Feyre, just like the rest of you see her like throw her hands up again in that like what the hell gesture. And while the hands are still out, just slowly turn back to the rest. Look over everybody, see Mud again, and just do the what the hell gesture again.
Yeah, slap back over to this room, who are all just like, okay, what are we doing?
Leto said something about running or fighting. I don't really know what it means, but apparently we. Oh boy. And she like slowly takes out the rapier, kind of looks at it, looks back towards where Leto disappeared, and now she's just standing in the hallway, like kind of like weakly holding this rapier. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Nothing we can do. Just relish the break.
I mean, the fairy has heals, yeah? Rose has heals?
If
I don't know
she
what you're
chose
talking
to.
about.
That is entirely.
Okay. Okay.
I do have a lot of heals, yes.
Okay. Yeah, Rainier's probably taking the time to just talk to Rose and Nice and Farah and Mutt. Who? She'd probably be like,
Jesus.
do you know if they found them?
I have no clue.
They have told me exactly nothing other than maybe run, maybe fight, maybe I don't know. He just disappeared around the corner. I really don't. And then she just like shakes her head, looks towards Nice, motions towards Mutt, and why the hell ain't you told me about him? Oh, who the? You are
I
not
didn't know
brother
he
and
was-
sister.
We are, and I didn't know he was coming. However, he is an attribute, and he's the bestest boy. So, yeah.
The bestest. Call a person the bestest boy. Okay.
He's the boy, and he's the best. He's the bestest boy.
Aw.
Checks out.
I've seen weirder. I don't care.
Well, no shit. You're a fairy.
And
Fairies
you're a
are
drunken
always
sailor. You're weird too.
Why did I think
You're a
this down
fairy.
again?
You're weird.
I wonder that myself. What does a sailor have to do with all of this anyway?
Gold. What does a fairy have to do with all this?
Gold.
All right. If Leto has been signaled and is helping this redhead whomever,
Yeah. Yeah.
I need.
Leto, I will tell you that if you cross to here, into this path line of sight here, you'll have to make a stealth check. And I will give you the fact that as you approach probably like this area, you would catch like the hint of bad guy in the corner of your vision. So you would know you'd have to be stealthy.
So what about like this?
It is hold on. It is this line of sight.
Okay, so I can get here.
You can, but like once you get there, you would see that you would have to sneak.
Okay. Fuck. I have to fucking think. That's just what it is.
I will remind you, you have a team.
Oh my god! Please outsource the work.
You have a
Okay.
team.
How about this? How about this? What the fuck do you want?
What is that? Are you just saying that to 13?
Whispering, but yes. Or like tapping on his shoulder, signing. What the fuck do you want?
13 like looks over just like disgustedly and angrily, and then thinks about it and just goes, "Oh fuck, I can't." Like looks just like, why did Leto have to be the closest one? And then I'm gonna point back down the hallway, and I'm gonna signal to get Farah. I can't use. I imagine thieves can't is a very pragmatic language, so it doesn't have like
Yeah.
names.
But
he'll be
sailor
like, get
Yeah.
the tall, get tall sailor.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Get over here. Waving arms.
Just like still weakly holding this sword, like kind of spinning in circles now. Double checking Leto's there, turning back around. Yep, Mutt's still there. This is chaos turning back around. Leto's not there.
Not to mention, Farah has a front row seat to see how this situation is evolving.
Are they still scooping liquid? Is it coming out from under the door?
Yep. They have taken all of the beds here, and they've made a barricade, shoving all the cushions under the door. They've taken the bed frames, which don't have much except for like a wooden A-frame, and they're just trying to barricade the fucking door. But this situation is just increasingly like devolving while you're going back and forth.
Just think this poor duo right here. I kind of feel bad for him at this point. Feyre will see the signal for her to come, and will just like look back over her shoulder one more time, take in everybody. Nope, and turn and continue onward.
Before she goes, Nice will just, I guess, in the hand signal of Thieves Cat, just be like, Warren 13, and she kind of looks a little bit and like rubs Mutt's hair.
Feyre just like looks at her and then looks at Mutt. That's a human. And then
You guys
turns.
explain. You guys
At that,
explain to me what's
Mutt
going
will
on
growl.
exactly, rather than this chaotic nonsense.
Feyre's gone.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. No stealth roll required for these two fuckers. No stealth roll required for those two.
I
Yeah.
guess I'll follow too, because nobody's telling Rose anything.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice, Rose, Cody. Mutt,
Feyre
y'all
told
are
you
being-
the run or fight already.
And y'all are choosing to go further in, so fighting?
Well, if you were immediately behind Feyre, you would have seen Leto like motion for her to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically Feyre.
Okay. Rose just.
You can still come if you
Pigeon.
want.
Yeah, you can come.
It's just she's very confused as to why this is occurring.
Yeah, you're not
Join
gonna
the
you're not
club.
gonna do anything wrong.
Yeah. Fucking Mutt and Nice are free to join too if they want.
It's called a clusterfuck for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Feyre comes around, like, slowly inches by these people, kind of looking them, like, head to toe, like, you guys are really this dumb that I'm just, like, walking by. And then comes around, hits the corner, looks down the hallway before she even talks to Leto. Like, okay, so there's nothing there. Straightens back up and looks at him and just does the what the hell hand gesture.
Leto makes the signal of big enemy, I guess, but found person. 13 wants you.
As soon as you essentially signal that there's like a big enemy down there, the kind of relaxed what the hell posturing of Feyre fades and she gets much more serious. And hi Hazel. Hi baby. She will slowly make her way down.
She'll point towards the room.
Gotcha.
This room.
Well, Feyre is still going to stop here because at that point I imagine she would be able to spot 13.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of like look at 13. And just tilt her head slightly.
Once 13 sees you, he'll like gesture to the room, this one, and he will make the sign for like carry, like pick him up, carry him, and be quiet. Like shh.
You say that like Feyre's the strong one. Feyre just like blinks, and she will slowly move to where she can like try to get a look into this room. Like here, spot brain on floor. Take a step back. And just like violently gesture towards this door.
What?
Because now all she knows is brain on floor.
13 like grabs his face and does the fucking like pulls his face down really hard, and he will scurry back over here and like right here, scurry back over here and flatten himself against the wall, and he's gonna point in this direction and signal that there are 3 enemies. and not to fight them. And then he will signal to the door to his immediate left, and he'll hook his thumb down that way, and he'll nod for you, like, fucking go. You go down the hall.
And she like watches this and looks back towards the bad guy door. And you just see this like slow sigh, very quiet, come out. And steps over you and starts trying to head through the door.
Roll me a stealth.
Yeah. Not gonna be good.
It is going to be better than Leto. That is all. That is all we got.
You don't have a negative. Yeah, you're good. You duck in and you see a conscious but really fucked up Floon, propping himself against the wall, its leg badly injured, covered in bruises and burns and like cuts and scrapes. Man's in bad shape, but he sees you and he's alarmed, but he calms down for a second. Yeah.
She just kind of like looks him over for a second and then kind of makes sure that her rapier is secured. Reaches behind her kind of under the kind of cape that she wears and pulls out a blunderbuss in one hand and reaches down and hooks his arm over her shoulder so she has a weapon she can use while helping him.
I know what you're doing. However, to him, this tall tiefling lady just walked in, put away her rapier, pulls out a fucking blunderbuss. At first he was like, okay, help. Oh my god, am I a hostage now? He's like, eyes are wide. He's like, he froze for a second. Like, he was in the process of like starting to like get ready to move. He froze, like deer in headlights of like, oh, I think I misread the situation.
As soon as he freezes and like is not helping himself get up again, because she's like already grabbing his arm, trying to get him up.
Oh, you're grabbing his arm? Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll get up. He's like, okay, well, this is better than whatever the fuck's gonna happen to me here. But like, he is 100% very alarmed.
Well, she starts heading back down the hall towards the other walkway. Blunderbuss in first.
Yeah. So he's got like his arm thrown over your shoulders, like he's trying to move as much as he can. He just needs to not have all his weight on his fucked up leg.
Like a tail wrapped around his waist, adding extra little bit of support. She is not super strong, but she is trying to help as much as she can.
Yeah. So I'm gonna need you to make another stealth check. Also, but before that, 13, you've had some time in this room and you know there's a box behind that throne.
I was gonna say, after like the second Feyre rounds the corner and starts to go in that room, 13 assumes she can't fuck it up and not understand what's going to happen after that, so he is going to immediately start sneaking towards the box.
Roll me a stealth. Okay, you get across.
All the way to the chair? Or just like here?
Yes! Essentially, it's crossing this threshold that you need to roll a stealth check. Anything within like this line of sight.
Okay.
You gotta roll for it. But you get across.
I'm going to do the sign of the cross and cast guidance on myself and try to inspect the chest for traps.
What are you doing to the chest?
I'm going to try to see if I'm going to check if it's trapped.
Alright, roll.
What would that be?
I guess investigation.
Hey!
Ooh, nice. You see that it is not trapped. In fact, you're like, okay, it's not trapped. You don't see any tripwires. You don't get a vibe of. You don't get any bad vibes. Oh, chest is just chest.
Alright. Then 13 is gonna bust out the thieves' tools and
Mm-hmm.
start tearing into it. Give me that shit. I'm gonna
Alright.
crack this wide open.
Roll me lockpicking.
2 paydays for the price of 1.
Alright, hell yeah. You put in your thieves. How does he lockpick?
So, you know the little there's the hammer portion
Mhm.
where you're like wiggling the bar all the way across to knock the tumblers into the lock, and then there's the pick where you're actually reaching to get underneath or pop the tumblers upright. Initially for the tumblers that are nearest to the beginning of the lock, he like takes his claw and then like pokes at it because he's has a lot more control or fine motor control with his little fingy. So he like walks up to it, and you get the Looney Tunes like press his thumb, and then a claw just shing, and then he kind of fiddles with it, and eventually he starts to pop a few of the tumblers up, and then he reaches into the thieves' tools and pulls out the pick, and will fish for the further back tumblers. But his thieves' tools are quite they're quite large for his hands, so he has to be like very very methodical because they're kind of like almost like an eskrima stick. Or no, they're more like a ruler rather than lockpicks.
Gotcha. Okay. So you make quick work of the lock, and you pop this thing open. And the first thing you see inside, well, the first thing a normal person would see are 2 potions, 2 red potions. I imagine the first thing 13 would focus on is a pouch of probably gold.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, see a pouch of money, 2 potions of healing.
Okay.
I imagine those are common enough in Waterdeep that is common knowledge.
Hell yeah.
Which
Then
level of
he's
healing
going-
is the basic one?
Yeah, basic one.
13 is going to put the tools away and pull out his magic wand and slap those inside the bag of holding.
All right. I will say that the potions you put in the bag of
Yes.
holding, wand of holding.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you put the money in there too, or do you add it to your own collection?
He'll put it in the wand.
Okay. Do you look at how much it is or no?
No. Count it later.
Okay. Okay.
He's
So-
not gonna no time to count the money inside the den.
Gotcha. I will say that the bag of money is very, very nice. It is well quality, and it is in fact the kind of quality that has you can't see it because it's cinched shut, but you see the ending of a name like embroidered into the bag as it gets
Oh.
whisked away into the wand of holding.
Is it? Does it happen to be hold on, what's his name? Not. Does it happen to have the name of Neverember?
Nope.
No? Oh.
No. They've
I would've
kidnapped
thought.
Floon.
Oh, is this Floon's?
No. This is not Floon's. I will say that the last letter that you see poking out is R. It is neither Floon's nor Rainier's.
It is Xanathar. Okay.
That's fine.
You can assume that if you'd like.
13 is assuming that it's Rainier's, which is fine with him because he doesn't give a shit about Rainier, but it's his now. And he will stick the wand back in his pocket. Do I have anything nasty that I could leave in here?
What would he?
No.
A fucking hairball.
I mean,
I was thinking litter box.
I mean, I
Wow.
was thinking like, if I have the time, I could just hop in and then just, or rather, not even hop in, just very gingerly close the lid to the chest, and then do one little hop and get on top of it, and then piss right on top of it so that it gets on the lock and where their hands would go.
With how high you rolled for lockpicking and how quickly I imagine 13 can use his wand of holding, you've got the time to pee on it.
Oh yeah. Cool. And then after that, 13 is rushing back to that fucking log or the plank.
Yeah. Okay, fair. You see 13 just fucking scamper past you.
Okay.
Both of you make me stealth rolls. I'm not imposing disadvantage on Farah because Floon is trying to help you. Yeah, 13 is fucking gone. He is zoomed so fast. And Farah, you're good. Both of you are able to make it past. Farah, you would also pretty much hear what 13 heard of the conversation between the Mind Flayer and the half-orc. Yeah. Basically, Mind Flayer, they have the eye, they have one of the eyes specifically. They're taking it back to Xanathar. Bad job, 0% of your report card. You turned in the wrong assignment to the half-orc. And you guys are out of the room if you'd like to be. And later you'd see them all coming.
I've got one last thing to do with my last bag of ball bearings. And 13 is going to, as he's going to try to lag behind so that he's the last one to cross. And he will take the bag out and very, very carefully spread ball bearings across the plank and like basically this square and the plank.
Okay, yeah.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Well, how far down is it from the plank down to the sewer?
6 feet. If you fell, you wouldn't get hurt. You'd just be very inconvenienced.
It would be really frustrating and annoying, but it would make 13 laugh.
Unless 13 fell.
Not so much if Farah fell. There's a moment where you can see she's like paused on the plank, calculating the distance.
Oh my god.
Looks at Floon.
And
shakes his head no.
Oh no.
Shakes his head no.
It looks back down for a second.
Gestures to his already injured leg.
Begins to cry.
And then just sighs and continues with them.
Why don't we just tie some rope to something and slide down?
Right? You got a whip?
Like I'm willing to do that if the DM will allow us.
What?
Trying transporting Floon down 6 feet downwards instead of just walking back through the cleared path.
It saves time.
It saves time. Okay. If you all work together, I will allow it. You gotta tell me who's doing what, how y'all are working together in silence, mind you.
Well, we're now in a position where we can whisper to each other without...
Yeah, you can whisper.
Like, baffled. Why the fuck are we doing this?
I'll go that way anyway.
It's less for him to walk. It's a lot faster this way.
hear Floon whisper back. I'm just like, but if I fall, I'll be even more injured. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. Like, I appreciate the rescue, but if I fall, I might have to be carried.
I mean, not if we help you down.
People slip all the time, man. They slip all the time.
Well, let me put it this way. There's a couple other dudes in the other room that apparently deal with something that is making them bucket out the room, and I know we're in the sewers, but the water ain't that high. So...
God.
He's like, what the fuck? Okay, fine.
What the fuck?
So...
take out some rope. And just harness up Floon really fast. And Feyre is over 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
So if you go down first, you can help catch him.
Yeah, all she has to do is just kind of like slowly slide off and lower herself down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And Leto has his whip to he could slide down that, essentially, tie it to the board.
Yeah.
Or not
Go
tie
ahead,
it, but, wrap it around it.
It's a 6-foot drop.
Slowly.
You guys can easily get flown down. So you're all down there, right?
Well, Feyre and Floon are. Somebody still has to go retrieve the others.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you're all down there, oh boy, how are you guys hanging out?
13, how about you be the messenger, yeah?
Let 13 go into the room with a dog boy that Feyre has not warned either 13 about.
Leto doesn't know about it.
Yeah, Leto doesn't know either. It's only Feyre that knows.
Well, then 13 will not put ball bearings on the plank as much as he wants to, but he will put ball bearings in the spaces here on the villain side of the area.
Like here?
Yeah, in the 2 little squares on this side, and then 13 is gonna scurry over here. Whoops. Boop. And try to signal towards someone. Can you signal right here?
Yeah. If Rose is looking and paying attention, or, I mean, she's had so much time to just fuck around.
She could have found out.
Exactly. So it is up to Rose if she's paying attention.
I suppose she would be.
Okay. Yeah, you see 13, a corner of your eye, small cat, appear from around the corner.
Looks like they got him.
Manic waving and then pointing down the hallway and then telling you to come.
She like, oh, now they want me to arrive. I'll flutter over.
Get over.
What do you want?
13 is like points to the the plank, and then just goes, Floon. Be like, we got Floon. He's down there. You can just fly. So, just kind of gestures like, go on, fly.
You just want me to go to Floon? Is that it?
He nods like, yeah, we're fucking running.
Alright, sounds good.
Nice. Pokes his head back around the corner and tries to wave to the last person, the only remaining person.
Rainier and Nice.
Yeah. So, Rainier, Nice, and Mutt, you guys see Rose just, like, flutter away. So, Nice, would you go to, like, investigate, like, what's going on?
She peek around the corner.
Yeah, peek around the corner.
What to stay, like, just right there while she peeks around the corner.
Yeah, Rainier would be right with you, peeking around the corner to see a 13. Also, Rose, 13, and Nice and Mutt, you would all see that these two chucklefucks The like fucking weird sludge that's been like coming out from under the door is actually, you see why they're having trouble, as you can just smell burning. As the
Oh.
sludge that they've been like trying to scoop with a shovel that they pull out of fucking nowhere into a bucket is just like eating through the bucket and the barricade that they're making and the blankets that they have shoved under it. It's just eating through all of it. You just smell the acidic burn
Oh shit.
filling up the room
Don't love that.
as it starts to eat through it and more like ooze starts just pouring through.
Oh.
Nice will do a little thing, sign language to 13 and be like, hide, and then starts doing the dog sign.
What?
Yeah, 13. I have a question for you, Joe. How long was 13 out and about on his own?
Probably less than a year, but
Okay,
pretty close to it.
that is all. Thank you.
So he just blinks like, what?
And
Dog,
she'll say,
where?
you, pointing to you, hide, and pointing behind her, dog.
Just like, there's not a sign for why. So he just looks at you with total confusion, and then just like shakes his head, and then waves for you, like, come on, hurry up. Like, totally not understanding what you're trying to convey to him. Like, what? Like, yeah, I mean, I guess dog hide.
You hide, loud, bark, dog coming. It's you get seen.
Oh my god.
I'm so glad I'm allowing Thieves Can to do this.
Just still confused. He just like rubs his hands over his eyes, and just turns around and walks back, or scurries back over here.
Fucking Rainier looks at Nice after her fucking 13 goes, just like, I didn't know you all knew sign language. That's very convenient.
Yeah, it is. You should probably go, and then my brother and I will follow.
Okay then. And he'll make his way across. And first thing you see for 13 and Leto is Rainier popping by. He's also looking concerned at what these two are doing. But he has moved over, and he is waiting for you guys to come over.
We'll turn to Mutt. No matter what you see, you have to be quiet.
Mutt will nod quickly.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. I will say that as the two of you like make your way, right? The door breaks down. And the hinges
Run.
has seared. No, hold on. Give me a second.
No, it gets worse.
The hinges of the door have been melted away. The metal hinges have melted, and the door just falls, crushing the dwarf that was holding the door back with the barricade. All the little joints in the wood that were holding it together have eroded in a pool of acid and like wooden pulp. And you see the guy from the tavern just like draws his like sword out. That you see the sword looks corroded. You see rust starting to form on the sword that you had seen earlier was in perfect condition. As you see coming out on top of the doorway as you guys are crossing is a great, like, giant ball of just this gray ooze just seeping out on top of the door, just burning the door, burning everything it touches, metal, wood, clothing, fabric. Stone gets stained as it touches it. And you two are probably like middle of the room by the time this comes out.
Zoom,
10.
zoom.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys do?
Mutt will look up at Nice like, what do we do?
Oh, I'll be right back.
There are multiple entrances.
I will say running is a valid option.
Zoom, zoom, bitch.
Yeah. If you tell me that you're just gonna run, I'm like, okay, then you run.
Do you need a distraction?
Mandy is currently
100%.
AFK.
Yeah.
Fucking 13 is going to jump up and wrench his claws into the back of Leto and hold on for dear life. It's scary.
The least like dexterous one.
But again, if we need a distraction, I can provide one pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. I will say that the others have heard the crash and like swearing from the two that you have heard swearing from this entire time. But now it sounds urgent. And with the yeah, you can hear the fucking sizzling of metal and some flesh.
Oh, so
Oof.
Yeah, this thing is gross, nasty, and it will fuck you up.
they don't actually need our help because they're focused on whatever that is, right?
Well, that essentially what you guys heard was it breaking free.
Just run, bitch.
Mutt and Nice immediately turn around and start walking in the opposite direction.
No, like you guys, I'll say that if Nice was leading, Nice got to like here or here. So it's like halfway through meeting up with the others. So you have two directions to run to.
It's nice got to right here. Just keep running forward.
Turning around and going the other way.
I'm sure Mandy will continue to go forward once she is back.
Mandy messaged me and said to go back the way we came.
Okay. Okay. Y'all just fucking... Yeah, Rainier's like looking out, sees this, sees you guys retreating backwards. He just relays that information to 13 and Leto that they're going back the other way. 13, you're like, they? Yeah. They'll say that Nice and Mutt can very easily go back through the cleared path. And Leto, 13, and Rainier can easily go through the forged path.
I mean, I was already jumping down with
Yeah.
Rainier and Sarah, so
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
so you've been down.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Leto's been down. I mean, Rainier is there.
Okay, well, 13 is going to jump onto your head.
Leto's head. Okay.
The scared, puffed up cat on top of head.
Yeah. They're like scared because water, not because he knows there's a dog yet. But he heard, well, also he heard the door explode, so there's that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Rainier will follow you guys down. And he'll say that, like, I assume Mutt on all fours and Nice also
When not
running.
in water. Yes.
When not in water, yeah, but through the hideout. Rainier probably just relay to you all that Nice and Mutt are coming back through the way they came. They'll be here in a second.
Farah, if she heard a crash, is just like essentially looking at Rose as soon as Rose came up, like let's heal on the way. Let's heal on the way. We're gonna keep moving. We're just gonna keep going. There's no reason for us to stay here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also cute, emotional, and heartfelt friendship reunion between Floon and Rainier.
Oh.
But I don't have the energy to RP. But Yeah, if you guys go, Rainier's just gonna wait up a bit for Nice and Mutt before everyone gets rejoined down in the sewer.
Rose just takes a potion of healing from her belt and just tosses it at Vera.
Feyre is not going to be able to catch because one arm around Floon and other still with a blunderbuss in hand.
Floon can catch it.
Because she is still expecting to have to shoot something on the way out.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay, so Floon probably catches it. He's like, "It's just for me. I hope it's for me."
If you don't drink that right now and start walking on your own, I'm gonna shoot you myself.
Fucking down the hatch. Fucking uncorks it with its fucking teeth. Fucking spits the cork out down the fucking sewer hallway. It goes like 10, 15 feet before he just chugs the potion of healing. And he's able to walk on his own. The gash in his leg that made it really painful to walk on just slowly mends. He's not 100%, but he's looking a lot better than he did. And I will say that Nice and Mutt, from how much Floon slowed down Feyre, you guys could join the group by the time he's able to walk on his own.
God.
Which is just, yeah, essentially, yeah, you're all reunited. And I will say that 13, as you see Nice come around the corner, moving at the speed which she moves, fast or slow, her choice. Behind her, Cody, describe your character again.
Yeah, so kind of short, human adolescent, tan, dark hair, moving kind of awkwardly through the water, so probably not as fast as what he would be doing on the ground. But so just a few paces behind Nice.
Mm-hmm. It's like 3 inches of water. And 13. You there?
Yes.
All right. You were on your own for like better part of a year, right?
Yeah.
Doing your own thing. You've had your own run-ins around the city, right? Whether it's stealing shit, doing your own magical talking cat who likes to steal things, living your life. You've come across some interesting things. Something, as soon as your eyes land on Nice, you're like, okay, yeah, cool, we gotta go now. Your eyes fall onto the person behind Nice, and you've never seen this person before. But those eyes, you know those eyes. What you like?
They're dog eyes?
What color are Mutt's eyes? They're like regular human eyes, right? But what color are they?
Hang on, let me look at the picture. They're like an amberish color.
Mm-hmm. You know those eyes.
Oh.
And fear strikes in your heart, like on an instinctual, animalistic level.
So, he's still on top of Lito's head. There's like a moment of realization, and then Lito, you get pierced by like 8 tiny claws across your cheek and forehead as he wraps his arms around your face, and just like you can feel the whole part of his tail just poof out. And he just starts getting more and more nervous. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't like let out a scream. But the closer Nice gets, he starts to like curl his teeth or curl his lip back, and looks like he's gonna go into a hiss. He's just waiting. He's like, don't get too close. Don't get too close. Don't get too close.
Yeah, you guys get closer, but you know that cat.
So upon seeing the cat, Mutt is actually going to plunge his hands into the water and resume all fours and try to run past Nice to said cat.
You like any movement immediately like just latches harder onto Leto's head. It's like the type
What?
of like cat latched onto you where it hurts, but like you try to move the cat and it kind of hurts worse because it twists other claws. And now you can hear him just like full on just.
Rose turns around. What are you two idiots doing?
Let go before I throw you in the water.
He's just wide-eyed with fear at this horrible, monstrous being that is chasing after us. He pats the side of your face and just tries to turn your head, like pushing you so that you can turn your head to see the thing, and he's just like, kill it, kill it.
Oh,
I will say that Rainier isn't caught in the middle of this. He's like, okay, he stops Mutt. He's like, hold on a second. Fucking looks to Nice. Like, what's going on here? This is a human, right?
It's complicated, and we should probably just do our best to get out of here.
Okay, I'll keep in between these two.
Crawling around Leto's head onto the top of his hair.
Meanwhile, Feyre and Flu are already disappearing around a corner ahead.
Huh. They outie.
Yup.
Yeah. Alright. So you guys continue out of the sewer. Where do you guys go?
Well,
I
two options would be either if Rainier has a place, or to get the rest of our reward with the beat up Floon in tow.
Yeah, go back to oh, I can't even remember the yawning portal.
Either or is an option.
Yeah.
It's up to you. You guys want to go to meet up with Volo in the dead of night at this time at the yawning portal? Or do you want to? Yeah. What time does the yawning portal close? I don't even know. Does it even close? I assume it closes at some point.
I mean, if it's like the
It's an inn.
equivalent.
Yeah, you guys can.
I'd say if it's
The
the
tavern
equivalent of a bar, then it's like at 4 a.m.
Yeah. So it is a tavern. So even if it was closed, you still get in and out because it has inn rooms upstairs. They don't want to trap people in or out. So you guys can go there, or you can fucking take over Rainier's place for the night. It's your choice.
I guess I will cast the first vote since we are sitting in silence. Feyre wants the rest of her money and to not be babysitting.
Seems fair. While still riding on the top of Leto's head, he 13 will gesture just like, go faster. We have to get away from it. We have to lose him.
let's go to the freaking portal and get this job over with.
Let him follow us.
Once we get out of the sewer, Leno will definitely throw 13 on the ground.
Oh.
13, you get an absolute like tear across parts of your head from cat claws, but he's off. It's exactly the type of frustrating rage that you imagine it to be, removing a cat from your head.
Let me rephrase that. Once we're still in the sewer, he'll throw him into the water. Let me rephrase that.
I will have him contested if you try to throw him in a place where there's water. He's not
Athletics
very
check.
strong, but he will try.
Okay. He will say one more time. Release your claws, or I'm throwing you in the water.
13, like, just shakes his head and just goes, you don't understand. There's that thing's like kind of a dog, but like not. It's fucked up and ugly, and I hate it.
Leto, do you want some help with that?
You have suggestions?
I can whip up a little something.
At the ugly comment, Mutt would look at Nice and be like, Mutt ugly?
No,
Very.
cat stupid and mean.
Joe, do you mind if I fuck with 13 for a moment?
I mean, it depends. What are you gonna do?
I want to give him the frightened condition.
He's already frightened.
He's already frightened.
Yeah, but I want to make him. So basically, I can make fear gas, where you see your fear and you have to run.
Fucking scarecrow shit. What the fuck?
I will tell you, if you make him do that and he fails his save, he is still going to jettison himself off of Leto's head and give him like wicked cat scratches all over his face, and then just run.
Okay, fine. Leto will take
So-
his hands and start like wrapping his fingers around your paws to release your fucking claws.
Pushing on the toe beans.
Yes, pushing on the toe beans.
Cat struggle like no.
'Roll athletics.
13 is not very athletic, so
But fear fuels him.
yeah.
Yeah, Leto's strong.
Picks him up, chucks him in the
Leto-
water.
Unlike everyone else, Leto has lifted weights in his life. Maybe not that many, but he's lifted weights.
Plus
You-
one, baby.
Hero.
Plus
You
one.
only have 2 hands, so 2 of my 4 feet are clawing part of you.
Yes, but release
you'll get a
two
little scratch.
and pull you off sideways.
He like 13 is you're like throwing him onto the ground or into the water or whatever. Because if he hits the ground, if you put him on the ground, he will full tilt every turn, run until he is back to the yawning portal. That is where he is going, because he is safe there. Away from the horrible dog. He will leave the party behind. Full
Leto.
speed.
Leto's gonna be a horrible person. He's going to pick 13 up and hold him out, like, like hanging
Long cat?
cat-wise.
Hanging
Yeah,
by
long
the scruff of
cat-wise.
the neck. Oh, okay.
And walk beside Nice.
If you try to get close, he's gonna wiggle again. I'm freaking keep wiggling. One of these is gonna be a nat 20.
He's still holding
Flailing.
you up. He's still holding you up.
Flailing
but-
like an absolute maniac. Hey! Nat 20 for an 18.
Hold on.
But
Give me a
just-
second.
constantly wiggling and freaking out.
Wild
But for a while. For a
11,
while.
12,
Where were
13,
you?
14.
Yeah. I'm good. They made me laugh while I was eating popcorn. Oh, fuck. But for a while, Leto had 13 right where he wanted him. Where were you holding them?
Arm's length in front of him while standing next to Nice.
I hope you know that he is making sad, distressed, upset cat noises, and you are just full strength, full grip, holding this cat at arm's length. You monster.
Yeah,
Actually, hold up. I have a solution to this. I can make a heroism potion to cure the frightened condition. So So I'll make that, and I'll just like administer it to the cat. Like, calm down, damn you.
I know. Okay, but before that, what's Mutt's reaction?
Cuddy, you muted.
Cuddy.
That explains when I was talking earlier. Never mind.
Oh no!
It's fine.
Aw.
If the cat never hit the ground, Mutt would instead just kind of like circle the three, like nice, Leto and 13, like sniffing at the air as they walked.
Leto is holding him high enough, so even if Mutt were trying to get him,
Safe.
yeah.
Wait. If Leto was trying to get him?
No, if Mutt was trying to get at him, essentially.
Okay. So,
But after about 5 minutes, he'll say, "Okay, it was a good conversation with you, nice," and walk forward, and then let 13 go.
you fucking way ahead. He will dash like 100 yards in front of everyone, and then keep that distance and stare daggers at this fucking dog from away.
I mean, as soon as he started running, Mutt would give chase.
As
it's
13
gonna turn into
like
fucking-
jettisons by, Pharaoh will reach down, snatch him by the scruff, and drop him on the opposite shoulder from Gil. And just look at him. Not the head. Not the head.
Latches into your coat with all of his tiny cat, all 6 of his strength.
I am going to go over to 13 with like a vial, and I say, drink.
No.
Drink it.
No. I don't want your poison.
It's not poison.
It's dog friend juice.
No,
I want it.
It's not dog friend juice. It will help you become the slayer of all dogs. Now drink.
He will take it, and he will not drink it. He is staring not at you. He is still staring at Mutt.
You have
Oh,
a
yeah.
minute before it goes bad.
Did Mutt give chase for those like 3 seconds?
I mean, yeah, like until he was picked up off the ground. If he was running, Mutt was chasing.
Why do I
It's like-
spend my time with these idiots?
Picks up the 13 and immediate like boot in front of like Mutt's chest to keep him like legs length away.
And Mutt would stop, but continue like sniffing the air.
You like sniff the air, and just 13 narrows his eyes at you, and very, very lightly just tiny cat growl.
Hush. He's not making no noise. You don't have to make no noise either.
Also, I'm sorry he's so annoying, but this is my one opportunity to play a nightmarish, true cat.
Well, if the zoo is done, can we get our money now?
Oh, please.
This is a fucking nightmare of a party comp.
Yeah. It's very interesting, though. Like, all of you know Thieves' Cant. Every single one of you. So, who needs a message?
But, yeah, Pharaoh will continue walking. Just fussing under her breath about the bullshit. Like, this is fucking cats and dogs, and that fucking boy, that's not even a dog. Why the heck look, it's a dog? This is why I prefer birds.
You hear like a squawk from your shoulder as Gil just like squawks, like flaps his wings, and then like preens his feathers.
See, not a single issue. Not a single issue, just the perfect bird.
Perfect bird.
Wow.
More zoo. Wonderful.
Why are you so disgusted? Why do you sound so disgusted? When has Gil caused any issues? This mess and gestures to other shoulder has caused all the issues. We don't even know what that is, but gestures towards the mud.
There's
Gil is
like
perfectly fine.
13's tail is basically a sphere.
Aw.
Well, let's just say that in the past 2 days, the number of animals in my life has tripled. First, I only had to deal with one of them. Now I have to deal with 20.
20. Just like looks at 13, looks at Mutt, looks around. You seeing shit?
You count for 10 of them. Moves on to the carriage to drive us to the carriage.
You just see her like shake her head slightly and do like the what the hell hand gesture again. Turns towards Lito. The hell did I do to her?
All of you coming? This the
Go,
carriage
bitch.
going through the yawning portal. Okay. Well, see you guys later then.
And
I'll take
Feyre
what's
will
his face.
snatch Floon before he can get on the
You ask
thing.
what you do, and then you immediately begin to sabotage. Do you want him to return to the yawning portal or
I start
not?
sabotaging because you start acting like a bitch before I do anything.
You've been acting like a bitch since the moment I met you, including now. Now, can we go get paid, please?
Feyre just like tilts her head slightly and arm around Floon's shoulder and keeps walking.
I rest my case.
Yep. Floon looks very nervous. He's gonna listen to the lady with a gun. He's like, he was about to get into the carriage, gets yanked back. He's like, oh, I'm not arguing. I'm not. Hands are up. Hands are up by his head, palms facing outwards, like I didn't do shit. Just
This
silent.
dude, he is a package until we get paid. He is no longer allowed to make decisions. He is a package.
Does Mary still have her fucking blunderbuss out?
No, as soon as like they got away from like the noise, she like stowed it away again because it's better not to use the thing that makes a lot of noise if you can help it.
Mm-hmm.
But she just like arm around his shoulders, starts like talking to him like, "Oh, tell me exactly how you met Volu of all people. What the hell is that about?"
Oh, Floon just like looks at you guys like, oh, Volo sent you guys.
Mm.
Oh,
That's
he's
pretty good
awesome.
for it.
He is? Damn. Well, we met as drinking buddies about a year or two ago.
You know, this is like always drinking buddies like every night or something because like, it was just real weird that you start sending people after your drinking buddy when they disappear.
Well, we're friends. We meet up like every other night when he's in town. Talk, we drink. He reads me parts of his book, but I don't. It kind of goes over my head. Don't tell him though. Yeah, he's a good friend.
Looks back towards Rainier, unless Rainier got in the carriage with Rose to ride off.
Rainier is sticking with Floon.
And how did you know each other?
I imagine that you're talking with Rainier. Sorry, not Rainier, Floon, because I can't play two NPCs at once. I can't. But Floon would be like, "Yeah, I met him the other night. He's great. We talked for a while. It's crazy how fucking much we look alike. It's insane." He's like, "If I had a brother."
I'm assuming they essentially look like twins.
Essentially, here, do I have NPC art channel? I do not. NPCs. I will put the art that I found for them. But yeah, both of them, if you just hear a base description of what either of them look like, you could easily mistake them as each other. Yeah, here's Floon. And here's Rainier in the Discord. Just base seeing them side by side and knowing them, you're like, yeah, you can tell them apart. But not knowing the two of them and only hearing base descriptions, you can see why they got confused. They're around the same height and build. Rainier's a little bit more like lean than Floon is. A little bit more refined in like mannerisms and dress wear. But for base features, both of them have the same features.
Gotcha. We sure there's not some type of like distant relation between the two of you. Cousin.
Oh, I fucking wish, man. He's loaded. I mean, I am too, but not really, but kind of. Oh, you're not supposed to know that.
What'd he say was the last thing?
He's like, oh, I am too, kind of, not really. Oh, wait, you're not supposed to know that.
What?
He's talking
like
to himself.
13.
That's what breaks
13
13
turns
out
around.
of the trance.
Yeah.
He like snaps out of it for a second, just like, you're both loaded?
Sort of. I mean, like, he's like gestured towards Rainier, who I imagine is making conversation with Nice. At the moment. So I feel like gestured like, yeah, he's like, I think he's like a noble or something. But like me, I get paid for reasons.
For reasons. What the hell is that
What'd you
supposed to
say?
mean? For reasons.
For reasons, man. For reasons. Roll me
13,
a
like,
persuasion check.
there's like a weird, or there's a head tilt, and then there's like the shuffling on your shoulder, Feyre, of 13 as he like awkwardly spins around. His claws are mostly retracted. Now he's just it is climbing rather than like abject fear. But he turns around and just goes, What? No, explain. What do you mean for reasons? And he does little air quotes.
I mean, reasons. You know, like I quit my job.
See, quitting a job usually
For
means you don't
reasons.
get paid.
Yeah, it's usually the opposite.
Yeah, but like, I used to have a job. I don't anymore because I'm getting paid for reasons now.
Are these the same reasons that might have gotten you like and she just kind of like gestures with free hands to his still sorry shape?
I'd hope not. I don't think so. I mean, things down there were a little not involved in the slightest, at least as far as I know. But I mean, it's just reasons. And you guys can roll persuasion if you want to try and get some more information out of Floon's financial security.
I don't have ranks in persuasion, but I will give it a shot.
Feyre, what do you say to him?
Hey.
What did the two of you say to him?
Feyre just like tilts her head slightly. So I'm assuming this is something that's probably not either very, very embarrassing, but you don't seem like the type that's going to be doing nothing embarrassing, or very illegal. So, but fully honest here, not all of us here are doing everything legally anyway, so you can just tell us.
We're all criminals. Like, at least once.
Yeah, at least once. Who isn't? That's how you get by in the city, right?
Shrugs, just like, yeah, so, I mean, if you're embarrassed by it, I want to know. But if it's illegal, I also want to know. But I won't laugh at you for it. Unless it's illegal and embarrassing.
Huh. You're all criminals? Oh shit, am I a criminal now? I think I'm a criminal now too, like you guys.
You are definitely a criminal now, so you might as well tell us what you did. Or do.
Yeah, okay. It says in the book, he is a handsome fellow, but not very bright.
Oh.
He gets by on his looks and charms. It's quite literally written in. That's how he gets by in the city. He gets by on his looks and doesn't know what to do with his life.
Wow.
That's what it says, word for word. I swear to God. He's like, yeah, okay, I'm a criminal now too. I can tell you guys, because we're all criminals. So like, you know how there's a lot of nobles in this city, like a lot.
13 is doing the little hand like twirl gesture, like go on.
Like,
get to the part where we know what's going on.
There's a lot. You could throw a stone and probably hit one, but then you'd probably like be put to death. Gestures down towards Rainier, like, yeah, they just fucking walk around like that. You see this shit? It's awesome. Anyway, I saw one doing like this particular noble is, married. Well, I saw him with someone who's not his wife. And well, I kind of just like, introduced myself because I was drinking and I was like, hey, more the merrier, right? Introduced myself and he kind of freaked the fuck out and told me not to say anything. And now I kind of just get paid to not say anything to anyone.
13 is going to Thieves Can't sign at him. Can you understand me?
Is that like a shadow puppet?
He's going to sign again. You're like just something that is an insult, but not obviously like a middle finger, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He'll gesture something just like
Dumbass.
horse's ass or something.
It just reads 2 words.
Turns to Farah and then signs, he's an escort.
How? Oh, you signed that, right?
Yeah, he signed it. He signed it to Farah like, oh, okay, he's an escort. That's what he does.
Dude, Farah just kind of blinks at 13 and then looks at Floon and shakes her head slightly. Don't worry about him. He's you have to expect a little bit of weirdness coming from a cat.
13. There's a moment of like, I am offended, and then he like just looks over at him and then just goes, meow.
Oh yeah, you're a cat. How do you like do this? Gestures to everything about 13.
See, if you drink a little too much at the wrong bars, this is what happens to you.
You turn into a... Oh my god, how am I... Like, he like gestures towards him, like feels his chest. He's like, I'm not turning into a cat, right?
Farah just gets this like very impish grin. It's a very, very specific combination that unfortunately my friend here just happened upon a while.
Oh, bro, do you know what it... I gotta stay away from it. Do you know what it was? Was it ale with wine and like 2 shots of whiskey and 1 of vodka? Because I've had that once and like my hair started shedding for like a week more than usual. So like, was that close?
Why would shedding make you more likely to be a cat? That doesn't even make any sense. He like looks down and he's like, do I look bald to you?
I'm just asking. Maybe the hair falls out and then the fur grows in.
Looks at Farah and just first a look of disgust and frustration because like, how could you do this? And then he looks at the dude and he just goes, yeah, well, just for the record, it's light beers.
Oh, I don't drink those. I'm fine.
And ales. And whiskey.
Light beers and whiskey. Why would you have 2 of those? Why would you have both of those? It's either one or the other, man.
It's anything that's like on the spectrum of brown, yellowish brown, or reddish brown.
Gotcha. Okay. Sticking to vodka it is. Let's go.
Farah is far too amused, but is barely managing to keep her shit together.
Oh, we're going to the yawning portal?
That's what your friend is. He wants to know that you're okay, and then he also owes us a good bit of coin for finding you. Especially finding you with your head still on your shoulders.
Yeah, thank you, by the way, everyone. I mean, how many of you guys left? Who left with Rose? Did Leto leave with Rose?
With everyone else.
What?
I was sticking with the group.
Okay, so just Rose just left?
Yeah, I took my carriage because nobody wanted to come with for whatever reason.
Okay. So he's like, we should all get drinks when we get there. And Volo's not gonna believe this shit down there. They're talking about eyes. They're asking me where my eye was. I have both of them.
We see that.
Yeah, I know that, like, oh man, that half-orc guy was really mad. He was telling me he was gonna take one of these eyes. If I didn't tell him where like the other eyes were, they didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. But damn, he packs a punch, man.
How does someone have other eyes?
That's what I said, and I got punched for it. Like, it's a valid question.
Is Rainier paying any attention to this?
Yeah, but I can only play one NPC at a time.
I know. You don't have to, like, do... If he's paying attention, does he look at all perturbed by what is being said?
He looks just as confused as the rest of you.
Okay.
He looks very concerned that whenever Floon was like, yeah, and I got punched for it. That guy packs a fucking punch. He looks concerned, but he is just as in the dark as the rest of you are. It's like, yeah, man, they were talking, and that guy was, like, weird and not... I've never seen anyone like that before, man. It was like a squid was, like, wearing a person, or a person was wearing a squid, whichever one works, because I don't know whose idea it was. It depends on whose idea it was. Could be the squid's idea.
That is the point where Feyre goes from amused by the conversation to, like, mildly concerned of just how dumb Floon is. There's kind of like mildly sour look on her face for a second.
He's like, I don't know how else to explain how that person was. I've never seen anything like it, and I'm kind of scared of it, and I think I'm going to have nightmares for, like, probably the rest of my life.
But, I mean, to be fair, that's probably a good thing, because you really don't want to be messing with those things, from what I understand. I've never met one myself, but I've heard all the stories about them, and they're not good.
They're not?
No.
They're not good. So, some of them are good, some of them are bad? Is that what you're saying?
13 puts like a hand on his face.
He said that's a double negative. This is Amy trying to comprehend, like, they're not good. What do you mean by that?
That was a speech flub of a stammer for...
Okay, thank you. I got tripped up because I'm trying to understand.
No, like, 13 is just annoyed with how this dude, like, he asks questions in a way that 13 does not. It just constantly is like, this God, I hate how he's just so dumb. But I don't know what Feyre means either, but he's asking it in a way that makes me irrationally angry.
For context, Feyre does a lot like Legacy, where she, like, repeats herself at random points.
Gotcha. The double negative just tripped Amy up. Therefore, Floon got tripped up.
I was about to say, Floon does not understand what a mind flayer is in this world, but knows what a double negative is.
He's not that dumb. You gotta understand that he's not that dumb. However, he's just been through something traumatic.
This is true.
So, like, he is feeling the horrors of what he just went through, of being essentially tortured by a half-orc and a mind flayer for
Listen,
things he doesn't know, and the elation of being freed and is being returned to safety.
his suffering is valid, but
Yeah.
13 hates the sound of his voice.
Yeah, like, he is... I will say that anyone can see that this guy is feeling a mixture of things. This is him, his normal personality turned up to 13. Haha. Pun
Haha.
not intended, but appreciated. I was just like, yeah, like man's going through it and it's coming out like this. But you can still tell that he is a bit dumb though.
Fair.
But
13,
he,
I just imagine him to sound like a surfer bro, and 13 is just like, I hate this. I don't know why, but I don't like this at all. He's the worst.
he's not supposed to. This is just
We
how
went through
concussed
all this
Amy.
trouble. We better get a lot of money.
Yeah. He's not supposed to. This is just how like concussed with headache Amy is interpreting Floon. I said I wasn't gonna do voices, but then I started doing one.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I like
love
the
it.
canonical he is a surfer man.
Yeah, just like how Volo is a mess. Floon is a pseudo surfer man. Any other questions for Floon?
None that I can think of.
Mm.
Wow.
Hera's just making small talk essentially until they hit the
Yeah.
portal.
Yeah, no. You go. He talk. He's a talker.
Oh god.
You know, he'd tell you about how like, oh yeah, his old job was actually, whoop, that's Rainier. I fucking clicked on the wrong character sheet. His old job, he used to work as an escort in the fest halls, but he quit his job because he's currently living off of a nobleman's blackmail. Unintentional. He just wanted to make conversation with the couple.
Escort. Told you.
Yeah. You know, his wife's probably worried sick because he was supposed to come home last night. He usually comes home at like 1 a.m. and his wife's probably worried sick.
Some poor lady married this dumb fucker.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
he's
see that,
very
like-
handsome, just not
Yeah.
very bright.
No, you see, like as he like calms down, as you guys are like working or not working, walking into the yawning portal, and he calms down. Like the further away you get from the sewer, and the more and more familiar Floon becomes in his surroundings of being near the yawning portal and places he's been before, he gets a little less like that. And you can start to see like 1% of what his wife might see in him. Of like, he's a talker, he's charming, he's handsome, he's a little fucking dim-witted, but he's a little goofy too.
Okay.
You can kind of see why she'd be worried about him and why she would marry him.
Maybe we've been just a little bit overly mean. It's possible.
He's like, oh man, I really gotta thank you guys. If you guys want to hang out after, like, first round's on me. Probably the second one too.
You even still have your like gold on you.
Me?
Yes.
He, like, pats his pockets. Hold on. Fucking empties his pockets. He's like, where the fuck is it? Fucking reaches up behind his, like, jacket. He's got, like, a third pocket, like, deeper in his jacket. And he pulls out, like, a little fucking sack of gold. He's like, yes, my emergency gold. This one is exclusively for drinks, by the way. They took my other gold.
13's like tiny cat eyebrows go up. But he doesn't say anything. Just like, oh.
Yeah, he's like, I could buy like 2 rounds and a ride home with this. So, gestures to the group.
That sounds like a plan. Although I'd say we probably need to make Volo buy a couple of rounds. As soon as I wake him up.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like an idea. Let's do it. He'll continue with you guys to the yawning portal, where it's open, the lights are on, but like there's very few people in it. There's like maybe like one old guy nursing an old fashioned in the corner. Um, oh man, what's his name? Durin.
Hmm.
Yeah, Durin's at the counter, just like cleaning glasses. Excuse me. He sees you're all back, gives you all a nod. As you guys come back, it's quiet. Yeah, most people went home. It's probably like midnight. It's like a Tuesday. People aren't partying up on a Tuesday.
You know, they're only running around in the sewers, dealing with mind flayers and recovering their drunk homie
Uh-huh.
or their like associates drunk homie.
Okay, Cody's computer back. Yeah, you guys go. Jaren is just like, are you guys back? Oh, you made friends. Nice.
Rose has probably been there for an hour before we even get there.
Yeah.
How many
Fucking.
drinks in is she?
Who is?
Rose.
Oh, yeah, Rose.
Aw.
Rose, you got there first.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine you want your special fucking wine.
Is the dude even there?
Volo?
Yes. God, I couldn't remember his name.
He said he was staying at the Yawning Portal. So,
Okay.
he's in one of the taverns. Let me.
We've asked for his room and just marched there.
Without the group?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's there before us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, I can move you guys to the Yawning Portal. Boop. Yeah, you can march up to his room. And you'll. I mean, the door's closed.
Knock? Question mark.
Yeah, you knock, and you hear like the sound of like someone just like coming. And why the fuck is my computer doing this? He'll open the door and like not necessarily in like sleeping attire, but more comfortable clothing, as in he took off his jacket, his hat. He still got his shoes on though, and like a shirt and pants for like walking about. He's just not kitted. He's not kitted up. He'll be
Job's
like,
done.
Job's done.
job's done. Where is he? Is he okay?
He's either on his way to his house or the snails are bringing them here.
Snails?
The other people, the slow ones.
Looks past you. He's like, you left him behind?
Well, I offered them a ride in my carriage, but
When did you get a carriage?
I stole it.
Ah, that makes sense.
Anyway, I offered them a ride. They said they'd rather walk for whatever reason. So they'll either be here tomorrow or at midnight with how slow they are.
Well, looks at his clock. It's like 11:45. I mean, do you want to wait down there with me? I want to make sure he's okay as soon as possible.
Sure, whatever. I just want my gold so I can get the fuck out of here.
We'll talk about that once they get down here. Well, I want to make sure Fluen's all right. I trust you, Rose, but I.
Uh-huh. Well, let's go then.
Okay.
You're paying for drinks.
When they get down here.
Sorry, I'm back.
So the group arrives at the tavern. Rose, Fella did not buy you a drink. He told you like, oh, let's wait till everyone gets here.
Okay.
Yeah. So everyone arrives. You see Rose and Vola are at the bar, sitting. And as soon as you guys enter, and Volo sees Flu, and just like a wave of relief just washes over him as he goes and like reunites with Flu, and just like, "Oh shit, are you okay? You look roughed up." He's like, "You should see the other guy." Actually, don't. It's awful.
Mm.
And sorry.
No, you're good.
Nice.
Yeah. And Vola would, thank you all profusely, hug Flu, and Flu introduces him to Rainier, shakes his hand with Rainier, contact made between Rainier and Volo. Three of them are just talking, before Volo, like, idea, or not like light bulb, but like thought comes into his head, like, I gotta do this now, hold on. Turns to all of you sheepishly and says, I confess that I have but just a couple of coins to spare. I kind of gave most of it to you guys to take this job. But never let it be said that I go back on a promise. Let me give you something like a lot more valuable, like much more valuable actually. And he holds out like a scroll tube. There's like a tube that you would like, contain a scroll in. And like presents it to you all, holding it up in the air as he like gestures with it as he continues speaking. The deed to a remarkable property here in Waterdeep. We'll need like a magistrate to witness the transfer of ownership. I'll arrange a meeting with one after you've inspected the estate and deemed it satisfactory. I assure you, it is. I inspected it. It's a little bit of a fixer-upper, but it has potential. And it's all yours, and it's worth quite a bit more than what I was going to pay you guys anyway. So,
Follow. I
I
accepted this job for gold.
know, but I don't have gold, and a friend's life is endangered, and this is literally all I have to offer.
13 just lies down on his back on the counter and stares at the ceiling.
So you don't have gold, and you'll be giving us a house. What is this property?
It's actually like a 3-story old, like a giant building. Actually, I think it used to be a tavern.
Why the hell
It
do
could be
you
a
have
tavern again. Well, I'm writing my next book. It's gonna. Oh, the workshopping title is Volo's Guide to Spirits Inspectors. I've only got like the first few chapters already mapped out, but I kind of wanted to investigate the place because there's rumor on the street that it's haunted, and I thought it'd make a good chapter. But that was the plan. But well, when a friend goes missing, I can't just. I'm kind of useless when it comes to stuff like that. So I called people that are useful, and it's kind of this is all I have to pay. I'm sorry.
So, not only do you not have my money, you try to pay it back with a haunted house.
Yes.
Yes.
Rose, I know, but like once the book that just published, I haven't seen any of the profits from it yet. Once those start coming in, I will pay you guys. And I don't go back, I promise I will. I just don't have it right now. And in fact, I can't. This is my last night at the tavern. Looks at Durnan. Durnan just like nods. He's like, yep, last night here. So, gotta find somewhere else to stay.
This dude is so sad.
But My friend's okay. My friend's here. You brought him. You guys were great. This is just all I have to give you. I'm sorry.
Feyre is going to, while he is like desperately trying to cover his ass, we'll take the scroll tube and like open it so that she can like look at this like document. Number one, to see if it looks relatively official, and number two, to see if she thinks she might know where this place is.
Yeah, you open up the scroll, and it is just a rolled up like deed. It's been notarized, and it appears legitimate as you look it over. And you find that the tavern is located in Troll Skull Alley.
Oh boy.
Huh.
Which is this is a big fucking city. What ward is this bitch in? Where is Troll Skull Manor? Troll. Okay, it's in. Yeah, it is in North Ward. In this area. Yeah, there is a better map in the resources tab. Roll20 just does not like quality.
That's fine.
Yeah, Discord doesn't even like quality. Iris had to send it
Yep.
Oh.
because I don't have Nitro.
Oh.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's in North Ward.
Cool. Well. Who doesn't want the house?
Well, I would prefer to get paid, like we agreed on.
Just sinks his shoulders in, just like I know, but I was kind of desperate.
Well, the fact is that you're my friend is the only reason you're not dead on the ground right now. You understand this, yes?
I understand perfectly fine. I know. I hope you still consider me a friend and you don't kill me for this, but you gotta understand why. I'd do the same for you if you went missing.
No, you wouldn't.
If that helps.
I mean, I would much rather be paid in gold as well, though. I will say, if you do not pay me once that book of yours comes out, I will find you. And you know what the business of my rapier will do. Hold on.
I remember that guy. I know what it does.
But,
Yep.
but, if nothing else, we can go check out this place, and it will give a few of us an excuse to not have to pay for an inn room.
Yeah, just, it's something. Yeah, we could do that. That sounds good. Please don't stab me, either of you, or explode me, or set me on fire. Once you guys check it out, we can meet tomorrow, and if you guys want it, we can get the property transferred to you all, whoever wants it.
And Figure just sighs and slowly nods. And looks towards Darnan. Wouldn't happen to have like an extra room right now. Something open.
Yep.
Oh, how much? I'm tired.
Gives you, I don't know how much Yawning Portal costs. We'll cap it at like 3 gold.
Wait, why don't we
Just
just
a
go to
room.
the house?
Because
Well,
if
it
it
would
does
tell
have,
you.
if it does have some shit in it, then
Oh yeah, it's haunted.
yeah,
God damn
I
it.
am tired.
No, that's fair.
It's haunted, and Volo said that it's a fixer-upper and it's run down, but it has potential.
Ah. God damn it, Volo.
Feyre will pay 3 gold for a room. Anybody that wants to stay with Feyre can stay with Feyre. She doesn't care. But she is tired.
13 is going to follow you by, just sort of out of habit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You see the 3 NPCs are just Volo, Rainier, and Floon are just like whispering to each other as you guys are going away for the night.
Can I pick up on what they're whispering?
Yeah. I'm not gonna bother having you roll. You know what? For funsies.
Funsies?
For funsies, let's have you roll. Roll
Okay.
perception. Yep, that's what I figured. As soon as reliable talent kicks in, I'm fucked. That's 11th level, so that's gonna be endgame. You. Who else is trying to listen into their conversation? Is it just Leto?
No. 13's not particularly interested in.
Okay. So you overhear them. They're basically talking about how, I hope you're safe, what did those guys want? And Rainier filling them in on the whole November embezzlement drama. And they're like, oh shit, that's awful. And and Volo is just, and Foon just like, you didn't have to give all that you had to get me back. And Foon's like, you're my friend, blah blah blah. And Foon's just like, okay, all right, so I'm gonna help you out. Floon and Rainier are gonna help Volo pay for the estate transfer, and they they talk to Volo about how, yeah, it's kind of fucked that can't pay them, but what can you do? So they're gonna help finance the tavern if you guys choose to renovate it and upkeep it and turn it into a thing to be lived in or as a business or whatever you choose to do with it.
Hey, we got our first investors.
And that is what Leto overhears. What'd you say?
We got our first investors.
Because they're just like, damn, Volo really just put himself into literally single digits of gold to help his friend. And they're just like, oof, okay, we gotta help somehow. Both of them do have the monies.
Yeah, Leto was pretty quiet, during the discussion of non-payment.
Yep.
But after hearing that, he seemed a little bit more pleased, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Leto's fine with taking the potential tavern / whatever. It's good income, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Especially if they're going to really, Bella?
She has opinion. She's
Mutt
like,
in the
this broke
background.
ass motherfucker can't pay for his own quest.
That's Mutt though.
I imagine
Yeah.
Mutt has a bigger
Stronger
bark.
bark,
Yeah.
yes.
Much hardier. From the diaphragm.
He barks with his chest. But yeah.
Yeah, let O be happy with the potential tavern.
Potential. It is a little fucked up and will need renovations, from what you can gather.
And some
And an
ghost busting,
exorcism.
apparently.
And some
Yeah.
ghost
It's
busting.
fine.
I mean, it could be Casper.
That could be
That's
that could be a
hey,
sell. I mean,
that's
people like haunted
true.
stuff.
Who doesn't
Mhm.
love
It's a novelty.
ghosts?
Yeah.
Feyre's just like,
So,
I'm a sailor. I'm not here for like 9 months out of the year. What do I need with property?
I mean, if it's turned into a business, that's monies.
That is a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Just try. This is just Amy trying to be like, no, you guys aren't rogues anymore. You have to be legitimate now.
I mean, you could choose to do shit. I'll figure it out. I'm just letting you guys know the options here. But I'm gonna end the session here on my end. You guys can have
Fair.
your talk RPs though,
Do we get a
as
long
whoever
rest?
wants to stay with. Yeah, take a long rest. Whoever wants to stay with Sarah,
Ooh.
can to talk about shit.
Oh, thank God.
But the NPCs are closed off for the night.
I get my spell back. Yay! It's been a long night.
God, the longest fucking day.
Because all of the sessions up to this point is the same night.
Well, oh, it followed through until the next day too, because we went through the night. Ah,
Uh-huh.
I haven't
mental.
had my like Armor of Agatha since first session.
Yep. To be fair, you haven't really had that much. You had like one
That's
combat
true.
encounter
We
in
haven't
between.
needed it.
We've not
Yeah.
needed it, but also it's something that I would like to have in case I need it.
I mean, I told you, you guys are all rogues. I put a stealth option, which you guys
True.
did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, is this gonna be our villains campaign? Because I want to make sure that we're all on the same page if this is gonna be villain campaign.
I would also like to know.
Because we're pretty close to pushing into like, all right, Volo, where's our money? Which I'm okay with. I just got to make sure that that's the
Yeah,
vibe, so that I'm not doing that and everyone else is like, 13, what the fuck?
yeah. You all. This is why. If you're all rogues, it's why I had you guys start off as friends with Volo.
So it could be ruined.
No, because you guys would know that Volo does in fact keep his promises. He says he's gonna pay you. He will. He just quite literally does not have it. But he has a property worth a lot more than what he was gonna pay you.
Feyre makes threats like that because that's her reputation as she's a duelist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's not a good thief. She is not a like information gatherer. She is not a scout. She is a duelist and a gambler part-time. So that was a standard Feyre threat.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. Just full transparency of what your characters would know